The friendly rivalry between two of Hollywood's most iconic directors, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, has been a subject of fascination for decades. But what many fans may not know is that their competitive bond began not on a film set, but during a workshop in California long before they became household names. In the early 1970s, both Spielberg and Lucas were young filmmakers with big dreams. They found themselves in a filmmaker's workshop hosted in California, where creative minds gathered to collaborate, discuss, and develop their craft. It was there that their professional paths first crossed and a lifelong friendship, as well as a playful rivalry, was born. According to those close to them, the two directors instantly recognized each other's talent. Spielberg was known for his natural storytelling instincts, while Lucas impressed everyone with his technical creativity and bold ideas. They bonded over their shared passion for cinema and often exchanged feedback on each other's early work. Their rivalry started as a joke. During the workshop, they challenged each other to come up with the best idea for a summer blockbuster. Lucas, who had a deep interest in science fiction, was already developing what would become Star Wars. Spielberg, meanwhile, was fascinated by adventure and suspense and had ideas brewing that would later evolve into Jaws and Indiana Jones. Despite their different styles, the two maintained a deep mutual respect. Their first real box office face-off came in 1977 when Star Wars was released. At the time, Spielberg had already seen huge success with Jaws and was preparing for the release of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Lucas was nervous about how Star Wars would perform, even believing it might flop. In a twist of fate that has since become Hollywood legend, Lucas visited Spielberg on the set of Close Encounters just before Star Wars premiered. The story goes that Lucas was so convinced that Spielberg's film would outperform his own that he proposed a friendly bet. They agreed to swap 2.5% of each other's profits, a decision that would end up paying off handsomely for Spielberg, as Star Wars became a massive global phenomenon. Their bet is still one of the most famous examples of friendly competition in Hollywood. Spielberg once joked that he made more money from that small percentage of Star Wars than he did from some of his own films. Lucas, on the other hand, was happy to see his friend succeed and continued to collaborate with him on future projects. Their rivalry reached another peak in the 1980s when they worked together on Raiders of the Lost Ark. Spielberg directed the film while Lucas served as executive producer. The project was a perfect blend of their strengths, Lucas's imagination and Spielberg's ability to craft thrilling narratives. Throughout the years, the rivalry remained playful, never bitter. They would often tease each other during interviews and award ceremonies, but behind the scenes they remained close allies. They supported each other's work and often consulted on creative decisions, even when working on separate projects. Spielberg once said in an interview, "George pushed me to think bigger. He made me believe in the power of myth and imagination. Our competition made us better." Lucas has echoed similar sentiments, crediting Spielberg with helping him refine some of his storytelling techniques. Their friendship also helped shape the direction of blockbuster filmmaking. The success of Jaws and Star Wars changed Hollywood's release strategy, proving that summer films could draw massive audiences and create cultural moments. Together, they redefined what a hit movie looked like. Even now, decades after their first meeting in that California workshop, the impact of their creative partnership is still felt. Younger filmmakers often cite both men as inspirations and look up to their careers as models for success in the industry. The story of their rivalry isn't about who won more Oscars or who made more money. It's about two visionaries who pushed each other to greater heights. It started as a playful challenge between two dreamers and became one of the most influential friendships in film history. Their bond reminds us that sometimes the best rivalries aren't about beating the other person. They're about inspiring each other to be the best. For Spielberg and Lucas, that spirit began in a small California workshop, and it helped shape the future of cinema.